Stop right now. What you're about to hear is a divine awakening. Have you ever had an animal appear out of nowhere, look deeply into your eyes, or follow you as if they knew something only you could understand? It's not coincidence, it's divine recognition. Chosen one, you are not like the others. You carry a unique spiritual energy, a light that others may not see. But animals, they feel it instantly. They are sensitive to energies that most humans cannot comprehend, and when they encounter someone with divine energy, they are drawn to it, just as the darkness is drawn to light. These animals don't just see you as a human, they see your soul, your divine purpose. But why do animals recognize this light in you? It's because animals in their purest form are attuned to vibrations. They can sense energies beyond the physical realm, energies of truth and divinity. When they approach you or gaze into your eyes, they are not just curious, they are responding to the higher energy you carry. This connection, this recognition, is a sign from the spiritual realm. You might not have known this before, but these encounters with animals are not random, they are messages. Signs that you are not just walking through life aimlessly, but that you are chosen for a purpose far greater than most can imagine. Animals sense it, and now it's time for you to understand what these moments mean for your life. Stay with me, because today I will reveal the 9 animals that can recognize the divine within you, and most importantly, what these encounters mean for your spiritual journey. Are you ready to uncover how these divine signs are guiding you to your higher purpose? If this resonates with your spirit, comment below and share any powerful experiences you've had with animals. Did they leave you with a feeling of awe? Leave a like, subscribe, and let's dive deep into the mysterious connection between the chosen ones and these divine creatures. Are you ready to step fully into your calling and understand why you are so uniquely recognized by the world around you? God's chosen ones, 9 animals that recognize the divine within you. In a world filled with noise, hurry, and constant distractions, it's easy to forget the profound connections that exist all around us. In the past, animals were much more than mere creatures of the earth. They were seen as messengers, guardians, even teachers, sent to guide us through pivotal moments of our lives. Whether it was a moment of pain, growth, or revelation, animals would often appear seemingly out of nowhere, silently observing, yet their gaze would seem to pierce through the very fabric of your soul. Today, in our rush to keep up with the modern world, we've forgotten how to see. We've stopped noticing the whispers in the wind or the sudden presence of an animal who seems to cross our path just at the right moment. But those who are chosen, those who walk the path with a deeper, unseen purpose, they feel the difference. Even without fully understanding why, they can sense that when an animal approaches, something sacred is unfolding. It's as though time itself pauses, and in that brief moment, there's an exchange of energy between the creature and the one it has singled out. No words are spoken, yet a profound understanding passes between them, a silent communion of souls. For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. Romans 8:19. This passage speaks to the essence of the chosen ones, those who are set apart, awaiting the moment when their divine purpose will be fully realized. For the chosen ones, this is not a coincidence. There is no randomness in the way animals appear in their lives. The cat that stares at you with knowing eyes, the bird that follows you when you step outside, these are not mere happenstances. They are divine signs. The animals are in tune with something far beyond the physical realm. They are attuned to a frequency that human eyes cannot always see. They sense the vibration of your spirit, the purity of your soul, the weight of your divine mission. Perhaps you've experienced it yourself. That moment when an animal, without any apparent reason, appears in your life at just the right time. It may be a lone deer crossing your path during a quiet walk in the forest, or a hawk soaring above you in the stillness of the morning. At first, it may seem ordinary, but in your heart, you feel something deeper. The animal doesn't just look at you, it sees you. It recognizes something within you that others may not even understand. And this is because animals are able to sense the sacred essence that resides within the chosen ones, even if you are yet to fully grasp it yourself. But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds of the air, and they will tell you. Job 12:7. This verse invites us to consider the wisdom that animals bring to us, guiding us on our spiritual journey and awakening us to the truths we might otherwise miss. They don't approach just anyone. They don't show up at random. These creatures are drawn to those who carry something different in their spirit, a light that vibrates on a higher frequency. They are attuned to the divine presence within you, placed there by God. And when an animal crosses your path, it is a divine message, a sign that you are being watched over, cared for, and perhaps even tested. This leads us to the first of these divine creatures, the butterfly. The butterfly is one of the most powerful symbols when we talk about spiritual transformation. Its appearance in your life is never random, and it holds a profound message. If a butterfly has started to cross your path frequently, pay attention, for it signifies that you are either in the midst of or about to undergo a significant transformation. The butterfly begins its journey not as a beautiful, graceful creature, but as a humble, often unnoticed caterpillar, crawling along the earth in its quiet existence. It moves slowly, almost imperceptibly to the world, and in many ways, this mirrors the beginning of the chosen one's journey. At first, you may feel small, unimportant, and unseen. Like the caterpillar, you may not yet realize your potential, but within you lies the power of transformation. The process of change is slow, sometimes painful, but ultimately it is necessary. The caterpillar goes through a period of cocooning, a time of solitude, introspection, and quiet surrender to the process of growth. You, too, may find yourself in a phase of life where things seem still, where the world outside is busy, but inside you are going through a transformation. The butterfly is a symbol of your emerging potential. It speaks to the divine beauty that will unfold once you embrace your true purpose. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. This verse reminds us that transformation is a divine process, and like the butterfly, we are destined to emerge as new beings filled with purpose and light. It's in this very moment of transformation that the animals come into play. Just as the butterfly recognizes the sacred potential within itself, so too do the animals that cross your path recognize the divine light within you. They are messengers sent by the divine to reassure you that your journey is valid, your struggles are meaningful, and your light is seen. The butterfly, as delicate as it seems, carries within it the power to remind you of the strength that lies in vulnerability, in the willingness to transform and emerge as your true self. This profound connection between you and the animals around you is not something to be taken lightly. The divine has intricately woven these signs into the fabric of your life, calling you to pay attention, to awaken to your higher purpose. The animals are not just creatures, they are symbols of divine presence and transformation. They come to guide you, to remind you, and sometimes to test you. As you reflect on your own life, consider the animals that have appeared to you. What have they taught you? What messages have they brought? Are you perhaps in the midst of a transformation? Just like the butterfly, your journey may have started in darkness, in a place where you felt unseen or insignificant. But know this, the divine light within you is beginning to shine, and as it does, the creatures of the earth will continue to recognize it, guiding you on your path toward fulfillment. The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it. Psalm 24:1. This reminds us that all creation, including the animals, belongs to God and reflects His divine purpose. So, take a moment today. Look around. The animals are speaking. They are waiting to guide you. Will you listen? We feel lost, insecure, often out of place. The world feels like a place where we don't quite belong, a place that doesn't seem to understand us. But in the midst of this uncertainty, Something is quietly taking shape within us, something new, a new identity, a new being emerging from the depths of our soul. And then comes the cocoon, a time of retreat, of silence, of deep transformation. It is a time of pain, yes, but also a time of preparation. For the chosen ones, this period often feels like an intense struggle. It's a moment when everything seems stuck, when it feels like no one sees you, no one understands the changes happening deep inside. It may even seem like nothing is going right, but what's really happening is that your soul is being prepared. Like the caterpillar in the cocoon, you're going through a process that may not be visible to the outside world, but it's shaping you for what's to come. The transformation is taking place in ways that only you can feel, deep within your heart. I will turn their mourning into gladness. I will give them comfort and joy instead of sorrow. Jeremiah 31-13. This verse reminds us that even in moments of deep sorrow and transformation, God is preparing us for something greater. The pain is not in vain, it is part of the divine process. And then, one day, the cocoon begins to crack. The butterfly, once confined to its small, hidden space, emerges. It stretches its wings for the first time, and in that moment, it is no longer the same. It has transformed, evolved, become something greater, something beautiful, light, and free. But it only reached that point because it had the courage to go through the process, enduring the isolation and pain of the transformation. The same is true for you, the chosen one. You are in the midst of your own metamorphosis, one that will reveal the full beauty of your soul. But to get there, you must face the cocoon, the moments of difficulty, solitude, and quiet surrender. Have you ever wondered if the challenges you face are simply part of your divine transformation? So, when a butterfly crosses your path, know that it is carrying a sacred reminder. It is not just a chance encounter, it is a divine message, telling you that you are changing, evolving, awakening. The butterfly carries with it the assurance that the pain you felt, the isolation you've endured, were not in vain. They were necessary steps in your journey. The beauty that will emerge is a reflection of the new soul that you are becoming. And it's not just any butterfly. It's often the one that pauses right in front of you, the one that lands on you, watches you for a while, almost as if it's speaking to you, sharing in your journey. It could be colorful, bright with life, or it could be white, symbolizing purity and new beginnings. Sometimes it could even be black, representing the transformation that occurs in darkness, the emergence from struggle. Each butterfly carries its own symbolism, but they all share a message. You are chosen. You are undergoing a sacred transformation, one that is divinely orchestrated. But the butterfly is just the beginning. It is the first of many divine signs, but there are other animals that carry unique symbols, messages, and powers, all designed to guide and protect you on your journey. The next animal that often recognizes the chosen ones may seem ordinary to some, but it carries with it a powerful protective instinct, a creature that is not just a simple presence in your life, but one that shields, guards, and stands as a sentinel over your soul. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Psalm 23:1-3. Much like the protective nature of certain animals, God offers us His constant protection and care as we walk the path of transformation. This verse evokes the essence of the divine protection we experience, often symbolized by the animals that come into our lives when we need them most. Whether it's a deer, a wolf, or another creature, these animals appear to offer protection, guidance, and reassurance during moments of transition. Do you recognize the animals that have appeared to guide you, protect you, or comfort you during your moments of struggle? In the same way, the animals that come into your life are not just random occurrences, they are divine messages. The butterfly may be the first sign, but as you walk the path of transformation, the animals will continue to show up, guiding you, protecting you, and reminding you of the beauty that is unfolding within. As you journey through your own cocoon of transformation, Remember that each sign, each creature, each moment of solitude is part of a greater purpose. The divine is at work, shaping you into the person you are meant to be. And when you emerge, just like the butterfly, you will be free, beautiful, and radiant, a true reflection of the divine light that resides within you. The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it. Psalm 24:1. This reminds us that all creation, including the animals, belongs to God and reflects His divine purpose. Are you open to receiving the guidance that the divine sends you, even if it comes in the form of a quiet animal crossing your path? So, take a moment today. Look around. The animals are speaking. They are waiting to guide you. Will you listen? The dog, that four-legged companion, is much more than meets the eye. It's not just a pet, a creature of fur and loyalty. For those chosen by God, the dog holds a deeper, almost sacred role. It can be a true spiritual guardian, a protector in ways we often overlook. Do you know why? Because a dog has an innate ability to sense what we cannot. It senses when something is wrong. It senses the atmosphere, the unseen energy surrounding you. It can feel when your spirit is under attack or when a disturbance is lurking nearby. The righteous care for the needs of their animals. Proverbs 12:10. This verse reminds us that animals are not just companions. They have a divine role in our lives, one that often goes unnoticed. The dog, in particular, carries a responsibility to protect, to sense, and to guard. When a dog is by your side, it's not just there out of habit or affection, it's there with purpose. Have you ever noticed how your dog reacts to certain people? Does it become agitated or protective when someone enters your space? Perhaps it grows restless, standing guard, or even barking at nothing. This behavior is not merely instinctual, it's spiritual sensitivity at work. Dogs, especially those that are drawn to you, can sense energies and intentions that go unnoticed by human eyes. Some people say, "My dog sleeps by my bedroom door and only leaves when I wake up," or whenever someone comes into my home with bad energy, my dog growls, even though it's never met them. These seemingly simple actions are far more than instinct. They are divine signals. Dogs, in their pure, untarnished connection to the natural world, are attuned to the vibrations of the soul. They can sense when something is off, when the atmosphere is heavy, when the energy surrounding you is not aligned with your light. And when they react, it's not out of malice or fear, it's out of a deep, protective instinct, one that often transcends human understanding. Have you ever wondered if your dog's behavior is trying to communicate something to you? Could it be that your dog is warning you of something unseen, guiding you through invisible dangers? Dogs don't follow appearances or kind words. They go straight to the essence of things. They don't need to see the intentions of others to know whether they are pure or tainted. When a person approaches you with unkind or unworthy intentions, a dog will pick up on that energy immediately. If you're a chosen person, anointed by God, you'll notice that dogs often look at you differently than they look at others. Some dogs approach gently, with respect, acknowledging the purity they sense in your heart. Others become agitated, as if trying to protect you from something you haven't even noticed yet. The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. Psalm 121:8. This verse reassures us that divine protection surrounds us in all things. The dog, a spiritual guardian, is a symbol of this protective care, watching over you when you are unaware, standing guard when you are vulnerable. In your darkest moments, the dog becomes a sentinel. When you're feeling down, isolated, or misunderstood, the presence of your dog can be a profound comfort. Their healing energy, their silent companionship, becomes a balm for the wounds of the soul. Dogs often appear in the lives of the chosen ones during their most difficult seasons, moments when you feel alone, weary, or out of place. In these times, their presence is not only a source of comfort, but also a shield. Their unconditional love and loyalty serve as a reminder that you are not truly alone, that divine protection is always at hand. Do you recognize the ways in which your dog has become a spiritual companion during your most challenging moments? Can you recall the times when its presence has comforted you, offered you a sense of calm, or even warned you of danger? A dog is more than just a pet. When a dog becomes attached to you, when it remains by your side through thick and thin, it's not just offering affection, it's taking on the role of guardian, walking with you as you navigate this spiritual journey. Its unwavering loyalty and protective instincts are reminders that you are being watched over. And when a dog shows affection, when it suddenly comes up to you, seeking your attention or resting by your side, take it as a sign. You are being guarded by something greater, something sacred. This kind of protection is not random, it's divinely designated. The chosen ones always have a guardian nearby, and for many, that guardian is the dog. But dogs are not the only creatures with this protective role. The next animal that recognizes the chosen one doesn't walk the earth, it soars high above, watching over from a place of divine perspective. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Psalm 91:4. This verse evokes the imagery of divine protection from above, just as the eagle watches over the earth from its lofty perch. The eagle, like the dog, plays a vital role in guarding the chosen ones. As you reflect on the presence of dogs in your life, remember that their role goes far beyond being simple companions. They are spiritual guardians, protectors of your energy, and guides in moments of transition. Their sensitivity to the unseen is a reflection of the divine wisdom they carry, and their love and loyalty remind you that God has placed guardians in your life, whether human or animal, to help protect you, guide you, and help you fulfill your higher purpose. So, the next time your dog acts protectively, when it stays close by your side or warns you of unseen dangers, remember that this is a divine gift. It is the spiritual protection of a companion sent to help you along the path, guarding you against energies that are not in alignment with your divine light. Embrace that protection, trust in it, and understand that your dog is not just a pet, it is a messenger, a guardian, and a reflection of God's care for you. And when he appears, he brings a message directly from the heavens. Birds, oh how they know how to speak to the soul. They are messengers from above, carrying with them a lightness that few understand, and a silent mission to deliver messages that do not come from anyone's mouth, but from the Spirit. When a bird crosses your path in an unusual way, you can be sure something is being communicated. It's not a coincidence, nor just a fleeting moment of nature. There is a deeper, divine purpose unfolding. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. Matthew 10:29. This verse reminds us that even the smallest creatures, like the sparrow, are not unnoticed by God. Their presence, even in their fleeting nature, carries with it divine meaning and purpose. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, in the midst of a difficult moment, a bird appears singing at your window? Perhaps it's a soft, soothing melody, or even just the fluttering of wings that seems to break the silence of your sorrow. Or maybe one of them watches you from a place you never expected to see: a bird, a rooftop, a ledge, or even in the middle of the city's busy hum. There's a pause, a quiet stillness in the air as the bird captures your attention, and in that moment, something shifts within you. You might even feel a sense of peace, as though the world itself is whispering that everything will be okay. Some birds even follow you as you walk, keeping pace, silently observing, as though they are walking beside you in your journey. This is no coincidence. The chosen ones are blessed with heightened sensitivity, a connection to the divine that allows them to feel the subtle movements of the universe. And the birds, with their free, ethereal nature, sense this divine resonance. They are drawn to you because of the purity of your spirit, the lightness of your heart, the divine energy that you carry with you. For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared in the sight of all nations, a light for revelation to the Gentiles, and the glory of your people Israel. Luke 2:33-2. Just as the bird brings light to the darkness, as the angels did for the shepherds, it serves as a reminder of the light you carry and the divine message it is meant to share with the world. Birds are like small spiritual antennas flitting between the physical and spiritual worlds. Their connection to the unseen realms is deeper than we may realize. Their delicate wings carry them across the boundaries of reality, bringing messages from the divine. And when they approach someone, it is not by chance. They have perceived something greater in you, a higher connection, something pure, something that resonates with the divine frequency. In many ancient cultures, birds were revered as sacred symbols, representing spiritual truths and divine messages. Some birds symbolize the soul, others the free spirit, and still others the presence of angels themselves. The dove, for instance, has long been a symbol of peace and the Holy Spirit, representing divine presence and purity. The raven, with its dark wings, has been associated with mystery, transformation, and change, calling the chosen ones to embrace their own transformation. Have you ever wondered why certain birds have appeared in your life at pivotal moments? Could it be that these birds, in their flight, are carrying messages of hope, transformation, or divine protection, meant specifically for you? When a bird crosses your path in a way that feels more than just coincidental, take a moment to reflect. The chosen ones are never truly alone in their spiritual journey. Just as God watches over you, so too do the birds as messengers and guides, sent to uplift your spirit, to bring clarity, to reaffirm your purpose. They serve as divine reminders that you are seen, that your journey is being watched, and that the universe is aligning in ways you may not always understand. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. When a bird arrives in your life during a moment of emotional turmoil or difficulty, it can be a sign that God is near. The bird's presence is a sign of divine comfort, a reminder that even in your brokenness, you are not alone, that healing is coming, and the divine is watching over you. Birds bring clarity in times of confusion. Their songs carry a truth that transcends words. Have you ever experienced a moment when a bird's song seemed to align perfectly with your emotional state, as though it was speaking directly to your soul? The message of the bird is clear. You are not alone, and the divine is working in your life, guiding you towards something greater. As the chosen ones, you carry a unique light, a divine essence that others may not see or understand, but animals, especially birds, are drawn to it. They see the light within you that others may overlook. And just as the birds in the sky bring messages from the heavens, so too do they bring messages of hope, transformation, and peace. Their presence reminds you of the spiritual realm that surrounds you, guiding you every step of the way. Do you feel a sense of peace or clarity when birds appear in your life, especially during moments of uncertainty or struggle? Could it be that these birds are acting as divine guides, offering you the messages and insights you need to continue on your journey? The next time a bird crosses your path, whether in a familiar place or somewhere unexpected, take a moment to pause, observe its presence, reflect on the message it may be carrying for you. Is it a sign of hope, a reminder of your divine connection, or perhaps a call to embrace the transformation that is unfolding within you? The birds, messengers from above, are always ready to share their wisdom, guiding you toward the light that awaits. And if you are one of the chosen ones, you have probably already had some remarkable experience with a bird. Perhaps it was an unexpected flight, a bird soaring overhead at just the right moment. Or maybe it was the sweet, soothing song of a bird that seemed to touch your heart deeply, bringing peace when you needed it most. Or perhaps a bird has become a constant presence near your home, an almost mystical visitor that always seems to be in the right place at the right time. These encounters are not mere coincidences. Birds know where to land, they know who will hear their message. And more than that, they arrive at the exact moments when you need strength, comfort, or hope, as if they were sent specifically to remind you of something sacred. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. Just as the angels watch over us, so do the birds serve as messengers, offering divine protection and comfort when we need it most. Their presence is a reminder that we are never truly alone. You may think, it's just a little bird, but if you are a chosen one, you know deep down that it's not just that. Your heart can feel it, there's something more. There's a divine significance to their presence that cannot be dismissed. Birds don't announce just anything to just anyone. They are sent by the divine to carry messages that resonate on a higher frequency. They announce what comes from above, what is meant to uplift, guide, and reassure the chosen ones. Have you ever felt a moment of despair when you were unsure if you could continue, only to have a bird appear in your line of sight, as if on cue? It could be a single bird perched on a windowsill, or perhaps a flock soaring overhead in perfect formation. In that instant, you may have felt a rush of peace, a gentle whisper in your heart. You are not alone. Keep going. The answer is coming. God is watching. These are not just fleeting moments, they are divine interventions. The chosen ones have a unique sensitivity, a heightened awareness of the world around them, including the natural world. And it is in these moments, when the world feels heavy or uncertain, that the birds show up, offering their quiet but profound messages. Their song is not just sound, it is a spiritual frequency, a reminder that the divine is near, that the path you are walking is being watched over, that you are supported in ways beyond your understanding. Have you ever experienced the profound peace that comes when a bird appears during a moment of struggle? How did it make you feel, and what thoughts crossed your mind in that sacred moment? The birds that come into your life are more than just part of the natural world. They are divine messengers sent not just to fill the air with song, but to carry important messages that resonate deeply within your soul. When you hear their call, when you see them perched near you or flying gracefully above you, know that they are carrying a message from above. Their presence is a reminder that you are on the right path, that your journey has purpose, and that the divine is guiding you every step of the way. In many spiritual traditions, birds have long been revered as symbols of the soul and the divine. In Christianity, the dove is often associated with the Holy Spirit, symbolizing peace, purity, and divine guidance. The raven, a bird of mystery and transformation, has been associated with the wisdom that comes from navigating life's dark and challenging moments. The robin, often seen as a harbinger of spring, symbolizes new beginnings and the promise of renewal. Each bird that appears in your life carries with it a message that is unique to your own spiritual journey. The Spirit of God has made me, the breath of the Almighty gives me life. Job 33:4. Just as God breathed life into Adam, the Spirit breathes life into us in moments of despair, reminding us that we are never without His presence. The birds, as messengers of the Spirit, carry this divine breath, offering us the strength to continue. Can you recall a time when a bird's song or presence seemed to speak directly to your spirit, offering comfort or guidance when you needed it most? What message do you believe the bird was carrying for you in that moment? When a bird crosses your path in such a way that you cannot help but notice it, take a moment to pause and reflect. Birds are not simply creatures of nature, they are spiritual beings, carrying divine messages that can soothe your soul and guide your heart. Whether it's a sudden visit from a robin, a dove perched quietly by your window, or the cry of a hawk high in the sky, their presence signifies something sacred. They are not just announcing their existence, they are announcing the presence of the divine, reminding you that you are watched over, guided, and protected. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Matthew 6:26. This verse invites us to reflect on the divine care that God provides, not just for the birds, but for us. If He cares for them, how much more does He care for us, His chosen ones? The birds that visit you are not just signs of nature's beauty, they are the voice of God's love and care for you. They remind you that even in the times when you feel lost or uncertain, God's protection and guidance are always present. When a bird appears, it's as if the heavens are reaching down to touch your heart, to reassure you that you are never alone in your journey. The next time a bird crosses your path, whether it's a fleeting moment or a more lingering presence, take a moment to reflect. What is the divine message it is carrying for you? What are you being reminded of? The birds speak in whispers, their messages soft but profound. Listen closely, and you may just hear the words your soul needs to hear. Only those who are in tune with the divine can understand. And if a bird appeared when you were crying, or sang at the exact moment you were praying, know this: it was an answer. Birds don't have time to waste. They don't show up for just anyone, or at any time. They come when the soul is ready to receive the message. Whether it's a gentle song or a moment of stillness, the bird's presence is a divine communication, a reassurance that your prayers have been heard, that your sorrow is acknowledged, and that the heavens are aligning with you. Before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. Isaiah 65:24. This verse beautifully encapsulates the divine response that birds bring when they appear at pivotal moments. Their presence is not a coincidence, but a clear answer to the cries of the soul. But not all divine messages come in soft songs or delicate wings. Sometimes the message is delivered with firmness, with penetrating eyes, and an authoritative presence. This is where the next animal comes in, a creature of mystery, wisdom, and spiritual vigilance. Enter the cat. If there's one animal that carries with it a profound mystery, it's the cat. The cat doesn't give itself to just anyone. It doesn't rush into relationships or trust easily. It observes, it waits, it senses. And so, when a cat approaches you, especially for no apparent reason, take notice. It's not random. Cats are known for their ability to see what others cannot. They sense the hidden energies, the subtle vibrations that others overlook. When a cat approaches you, it has seen something within you that many people have yet to understand, something deep, something divine. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, keeping watch on the wicked and the good. Proverbs 15:3. Just as the cat observes every movement in its surroundings with keen eyes, so does the divine keep a watchful gaze on the chosen ones, protecting them from unseen forces. The cat, with its piercing eyes, mirrors this vigilant, divine watchfulness. Cats are sentinels of the invisible. They live between worlds, the material and the spiritual. While their physical bodies are here, their senses stretch beyond the earthly realm. Their ability to move with such grace and awareness gives them access to dimensions that are hidden from human eyes. If you are one of the chosen ones, your energy is different. Your light attracts the attention of both beings who dwell in the light and those who linger in the shadows. It's in this space, where light and darkness meet, that the cat thrives. The cat is not a creature of loud gestures or frantic movements like the dog. It does not bark. It does not leap up to demand attention. Instead, it observes silently, waiting, guarding. It protects the house, the energy field, and most importantly, it protects you. The cat is not loud or showy in its protection. Its strength lies in its quiet vigilance. Its very presence in your home or near you serves as a silent guardian, ensuring that only the purest energy enters and that the shadows are kept at bay. Have you ever felt a cat's watchful gaze upon you, as if it knew something about you that you couldn't yet see? What do you think it was sensing in your spirit at that moment? The energy of the cat is unlike any other animal. It doesn't need to bark or be overt to fulfill its role. Its presence is enough. And if you are one of the chosen ones, you'll find that cats are drawn to you at times when your soul is at a crossroads or when you are entering a new phase of your spiritual journey. They know when you're going through a transformation. They know when you are ready to face something new, something unknown. It's as if the cat is guarding your spiritual space, protecting you from forces that may try to sway you off your path. The cat's role isn't just to protect your physical home. It guards your spirit, ensuring that only pure divine energy surrounds you. It's as though the cat is keeping watch over your soul, warning you of any negative or discordant energies that might try to intrude. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. The cat's quiet watchfulness mirrors this divine promise of protection. Just as God stands still and watches over his people, so does the cat without fanfare, without loud proclamation. Its vigilance is a reminder that divine protection often comes in the form of quiet, unwavering presence. And sometimes the cat's presence is more than just protective. It's also guiding. Cats are known for their ability to navigate difficult situations, to find their way through complex environments with grace and precision. If you've ever watched a cat, you'll notice that it doesn't rush, but it always knows where it's going. It's as if they have an innate sense of direction, an inner compass guiding them through the unknown. This too is a lesson for the chosen ones. When the path ahead seems unclear, when you are unsure of where you're heading, trust in your inner compass, just as the cat trusts its instincts. Have you ever felt the presence of a cat as a guide during a moment of uncertainty or decision? How did it influence your next steps, or how did it make you feel during that time? The cat's silent wisdom teaches us that protection and guidance often come not through loud gestures, but through quiet, steady presence. In the same way, the divine often works in the background, watching over us, guiding us, and protecting us without always making a grand display. The cat knows this truth, and in its observant silence, it reflects the subtle but profound ways in which the divine operates in our lives. So, the next time a cat crosses your path or rests near you, don't dismiss it as a mere coincidence. The cat is a spiritual guardian, a silent sentinel, watching over you and your energy. Its presence is a divine reminder that you are being protected, guided, and watched over not with loud proclamations, but with the quiet power of the divine. The cat protects in silence, with its watchful gaze, its strange behavior, which often seems random, but isn't. If you've ever had a cat, you know what I mean. Cats are not like other animals. They don't bark or demand attention. They don't need to jump and run to make their presence known. Instead, they move through the world with a quiet, mysterious grace, and their actions, no matter how subtle, always carry meaning. Notice when a cat stares at a corner of the house where there's nothing, or when it approaches you precisely when you're feeling sad, anxious, or overwhelmed with negative thoughts. Cats often seem to know when you need comfort, when something is off, and when a cat suddenly runs away from certain visitors, it's not just being antisocial, it's taking action. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Just as the Lord is close to those in spiritual need, so too are the animals in our lives, like the cat, drawn to our moments of vulnerability. Their presence, though silent, is a manifestation of divine care and protection. A cat can sense when someone is carrying negative energy. It feels the spiritual presence that may be near. And more than that, it senses when its soul is being silently attacked. Spiritual attacks don't always come in the form of overt evil. Sometimes they manifest as exhaustion, mental confusion, and a sense of irritation or heaviness that cannot be explained. These subtle spiritual attacks are often difficult to pinpoint, but the cat can feel them before you do. It reacts not only to physical threats but to unseen, energetic disturbances that affect your spiritual and emotional well-being. This sensitivity is why many chosen ones, even those who never really liked cats, suddenly find themselves surrounded by them. One appears on the street, another starts visiting their house, and without fully understanding why, they begin to become part of their lives. There's a strange magnetism, a silent invitation from the cat urging you to recognize its presence and role in your life. This isn't mere coincidence. Cats have a mission. They are protectors, but not in the traditional sense. They don't bark or make noise to alert you to danger. Instead, they act as spiritual sentinels, guarding your energy, ensuring that your spiritual field remains pure and undisturbed. Have you ever noticed how a cat's presence shifts the energy in a room, or how it seems to know when you're feeling emotionally off balance? How has its presence impacted your spiritual awareness or emotional state? When a cat enters your life, it's as if it's been assigned the task of purifying the environment you live in. It clears away the spiritual clutter, removes the negative energy, and creates a space where healing can take place. You may not even realize how much the cat is doing for you until you step back and reflect on its effect. You may find that, in the presence of a cat, the heaviness in the air lifts, your worries seem to fade, or your mind becomes clearer. That's the spiritual cleansing power of the cat at work. In many ways, the cat represents the unseen guardianship that the chosen ones often experience. It's a subtle form of protection, not one that announces itself loudly or demands attention, but one that operates quietly, always vigilant, always aware of the energies around it. And while many may dismiss the cat's behavior as mere quirks or oddities, the chosen ones know that there is a deeper meaning in everything the cat does. From its mysterious stares to its calming presence, the cat is acting as a divine protector, purifying the space and ensuring that only the purest, most positive energy remains. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Psalm 34:7. Just as angels watch over the chosen ones, so too do animals like the cat act as divine protectors, watching over their spiritual field and guarding them from unseen forces. Have you ever been able to feel the shift in your environment when a cat entered the room? How did it affect the energy in that space, or how did it make you feel in that moment of connection? This role of spiritual protector is particularly important for those walking a divine path. As the chosen ones continue their journey, they often encounter energies both light and dark that seek to influence their spirit. The cat acts as a guardian, helping to keep those energies at bay. And it's not just the negative energies of the physical world that the cat protects against. It also guards against the more subtle spiritual forces, the doubts, fears, and distractions that can cloud the mind and spirit of the chosen one. When a cat becomes part of your life, it is a reminder that you are under divine protection. It's not just guarding your home or your physical body, it's ensuring that your spiritual path remains clear, that your energy stays pure, and that your soul remains focused on its divine purpose. The cat's protective instinct may not always be obvious, but it's always there, silently at work, watching over you as you walk your sacred journey. So, if a cat has entered your life unexpectedly, if it seems to follow you, if it appears precisely when you're feeling out of balance or in need of comfort, know this, it is no coincidence. The cat is your spiritual guardian. It's here to protect, purify, and ensure that you stay aligned with your divine purpose. Embrace its presence as a gift, a sign that you are not walking this path alone. The cat is always there, quietly watching, quietly guarding, and offering its divine protection. And they do this without expecting anything in return, simply because they recognize who you truly are. The cat, in its quiet way, offers its protection and comfort, not for praise or attention, but because it knows you on a deeper level. When a cat sleeps near you, when it touches your head or chest, purring insistently when you're going through a difficult time, it's as if it's saying, "I know who you are. I'm here. You can rest." The cat intuitively understands the invisible energy around you and guards it fiercely. Its presence offers solace, a quiet reminder that, despite the challenges, you are not alone. He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Psalm 121:4. Just as God's watchful care never rests, so too does the cat vigilantly watch over you, guarding your spirit while you rest. Its silent protection is an embodiment of divine care, a reminder that even in moments of vulnerability, the divine is always present, always watching. But while the cat takes care of the invisible things around you, there's another animal that takes care of what no one sees inside you, your deepest emotions. Enter the horse. The horse is not just strength, it is freedom, it is spirit in motion. For the chosen ones, the horse appears not only as a majestic animal, but also as a mirror, a direct reflection of their soul. Perhaps you have never lived with horses, but just seeing them, being near them, or feeling their presence can stir something deep within you. It's as though the horse awakens an ancient, ancestral memory, a recollection of your deepest spiritual essence, the part of you that was made to run free, without chains, without masks. The horse, with its untamed energy and raw power, is deeply connected to the spirit. It moves with grace and strength, embodying both the wild freedom of nature and the discipline that is required to master it. And just like the horse, the chosen ones are called to embrace their spirit, to break free from the chains that may hold them back and allow their true essence to run free. There is an inherent wisdom in the horse that calls to something deep within you, a call to remember who you are, and the freedom that lies in embracing your divine purpose. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40-31. The horse, like the eagle, symbolizes strength, endurance, and the freedom that comes from trusting in the divine. It moves with purpose, carrying those who are attuned to its energy toward greater heights. The horse is incredibly intuitive. It senses your energy, even if you say nothing. If you approach with fear, the horse feels it. It can detect when your spirit is heavy, or when you're holding on to doubts and fears. When you approach with courage and confidence, the horse responds in kind, offering its strength and power to match your own. It doesn't need words to understand you. The horse speaks to your soul in a language that transcends human communication. When you are near a horse, you feel its energy. It's not just the physical power of the horse that's evident, it's the deep spiritual connection that you experience when you are in its presence. The horse invites you to trust in your own power, to reclaim the freedom that is rightfully yours, and to embrace the spirit within you that longs to break free. Have you ever felt a connection to a horse, even from a distance? Has being near one stirred something deep inside of you, a feeling of remembering your true self, the self that is meant to run free and unburdened? For the chosen ones, the horse serves as a spiritual companion, a guide to help you reconnect with the deepest parts of your being. It reminds you that you are not meant to live in fear or confinement. The horse urges you to trust your instincts, to follow the divine path laid out for you, and to run with the wind free, unburdened, and in full alignment with your soul's purpose. It embodies the strength and freedom that the chosen ones are destined to experience as they awaken to their true power and purpose. The horse is a symbol of spiritual awakening. It calls you to move forward, to leave behind what no longer serves you, and to embrace the fullness of your divine journey. And as you walk this path, remember the energy of the horse, the freedom, the strength, and the wisdom it carries. It is here to remind you that you are more than what you may have believed about yourself. You are strong, you are free, and you are capable of running forward with the divine power that resides within you. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. Just as the horse embodies strength and grace, so too does the divine provide you with the strength to overcome obstacles and continue moving forward on your sacred journey. The next time you see a horse, whether in person or in a vision, take a moment to reflect on its message for you. What does its energy stir in your soul? What is it calling you to remember? The horse, like the other animals that guide the chosen ones, carries a profound message, a message of freedom, power, and divine purpose. Embrace it, trust it, and allow it to lead you on your journey to fulfillment. If you are at peace, the horse surrenders. And that speaks volumes about you, because when a horse accepts your presence, it is recognizing your vibration. It is saying, without words, I trust you because you are in truth. This sacred interaction is a divine reflection of the connection the chosen ones often have with the world around them. The chosen ones attract this type of connection not because they know how to ride, not because they understand stables or horse care, but because they resonate on a spiritual frequency that the horse recognizes. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Matthew 5-9. This verse reflects the peace that the chosen ones radiate, a peace that allows them to connect with the animals of the earth, like the horse, on a deeper spiritual level. It is through peace that the horse recognizes and trusts their vibration, acknowledging their authenticity and alignment with divine truth. Even without ever having touched a horse, many chosen ones find themselves inexplicably drawn to them. There's a deep respect for the animal, a reverence that goes beyond mere admiration. And more than that, there's a connection, an unspoken bond that goes beyond the surface level. The horse is more than just a majestic creature of power and grace. It carries with it the symbol of the soul's journey. The horse represents the courage to follow difficult paths, the strength to overcome obstacles, and the sensitivity of those who need to feel before they act. The horse embodies the spirit of resilience, always moving forward, even when the path is hard, steep, or full of unknowns. It mirrors the journey of the chosen ones, those who face challenges, endure hardships, and yet continue to push forward, trusting in their divine purpose. The horse doesn't run blindly. It moves with intention, with focus, always aware of the path ahead, yet guided by an innate wisdom. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. Just as the horse draws on its strength to overcome obstacles, so too do the chosen ones find their strength in the divine. The horse becomes a living testament to the power of resilience and divine grace in the face of life's challenges. But what's even more profound is that horses are selective. They don't approach just anyone. If you've ever observed a horse, you know they don't surrender their trust easily. They are discerning creatures. They don't give their affection to just anyone who walks by. The horse will only engage with those whose energy matches theirs, whose presence aligns with their own vibration. It's a beautiful reflection of the divine law of attraction. The horse, like the chosen ones, is selective in the relationships it builds, knowing instinctively when someone is ready to connect on a deeper spiritual level. And when a horse touches its nose to yours, lowers its head in submission, or simply stands beside you, it is speaking directly to your soul. Many chosen ones, upon coming into contact with horses, report emotions they cannot explain. They experience a deep sense of relief, an overwhelming peace, or a desire to cry as though they are being healed by something ancient and pure. The connection is so profound that it transcends words, and often it is something the heart recognizes long before the mind does. Have you ever experienced a moment when a horse's presence brought you peace or evoked emotions you couldn't explain? What did that moment reveal about your connection to the divine and your own spiritual journey? When you stand next to a horse, you are standing in the presence of strength, freedom, and grace. But you are also standing in the presence of the soul's journey, the courage to face the unknown, the strength to carry on, and the sensitivity to feel the world around you deeply before making your move. The horse teaches you that the journey is not always about force or power, but about aligning with your inner truth, listening to the quiet whispers of the heart, and allowing yourself to trust the divine guidance that moves through you. The horse is a reminder that life's path, though sometimes difficult, is meant to be followed with courage and authenticity. It doesn't matter if the road ahead is rocky or uncertain, as long as you walk with your true self, the divine will always be there to guide you. And just as the horse trusts its own instincts, so too should the chosen ones trust their inner compass, their intuition, their divine connection, and the power of the Spirit that runs through them. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. The horse, in its quiet wisdom, shows us the importance of trusting our own path, surrendering to the divine plan, and letting go of the need to control every step. In doing so, we open ourselves to the beauty and grace of the journey ahead. So, the next time you see a horse or stand near one, take a moment to reflect on the connection that exists between you. The horse is not just an animal, it is a spiritual guide, a mirror to your soul, and a reminder that, like it, you too are strong, free, and capable of following the divine path laid before you. Whether you are near a horse or feeling its energy from afar, allow it to guide you toward deeper self-awareness, spiritual strength, and freedom. Trust the connection and embrace the journey with the courage of a horse, knowing that your soul is destined to run free, unburdened by the chains of fear or doubt. This happens because the horse sees you as you truly are, without labels, without appearances. It perceives your pain, your courage, your light, all at once. The horse doesn't judge you by the outer layers of your existence. It doesn't care about your social status, your accomplishments, or your past mistakes. It connects with the essence of who you are, the pure, divine energy that resides within. When the horse approaches, it's because it recognizes your soul, the part of you that is unchanging, eternal, and connected to the divine. And one more thing, when the horse runs free with that firm gaze and that wind blowing in its face, it is not running away from anything. It is going toward its purpose, just like the chosen ones. The horse does not flee from fear. It charges forward, moving with confidence and determination, aligned with its divine calling. Its journey is not about escaping, but about embracing its truth, its freedom, and its destiny. In the same way, the chosen ones are called to move forward with courage, embracing their purpose and trusting that the divine path they walk will lead them to exactly where they need to be. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Psalm 23, 1-2. Just as the horse runs freely with purpose, so does the Lord guide the chosen ones to places of peace and fulfillment, leading them toward their true purpose with steadfast love. But not all animals carry messages with such visible nobility. Some are small, discreet, and yet they carry one of the most sacred missions, to remind you of your connection to the cycle of life. The dragonfly is one of those creatures. Small, almost imperceptible, it flits and dances through the air, often unnoticed by many. Yet, within its delicate wings and graceful movements lies one of the greatest symbols of spiritual transformation. The dragonfly does not fly aimlessly. It dances with the wind, with a lightness that only those who have undergone profound changes can possess. It is a creature that knows the beauty and freedom that comes from transformation. The dragonfly symbolizes the journey of change, the shedding of old layers, the embracing of new stages, and the evolution of the soul into something more vibrant, more attuned to the divine. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. The dragonfly is a living testament to the transformative power of spiritual rebirth. Just as the dragonfly transforms from a water-bound nymph into a creature of the air, so too do the chosen ones undergo a process of profound transformation that leads them toward their higher purpose. The dragonfly teaches us that change is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It reminds the chosen ones that transformation is an essential part of the spiritual journey. Just as the dragonfly has the ability to shift direction mid-flight, so too are the chosen ones called to be adaptable and open to change. The dragonfly's flight is effortless, graceful, and unburdened by hesitation, a reminder that when we trust the divine process of transformation, we too can move through life with ease and confidence. But more than just a symbol of personal transformation, the dragonfly also connects us to the larger cycle of life. It serves as a reminder that everything is interconnected, that life is a series of transitions, of beginnings and endings, of constant growth and renewal. The dragonfly lives its life with purpose, moving through different stages, and each stage brings with it a new gift, a new lesson. It's a reflection of the journey we all go through, from the old to the new, from the darkness to the light. Have you ever witnessed the sudden appearance of a dragonfly, or felt drawn to its graceful, erratic flight? How did its presence make you feel about the changes occurring in your own life, And what messages do you think it brought to you in that moment? As the chosen ones walk their divine paths, they often encounter times of great transformation, moments when the old self must be shed to make room for the new. The dragonfly, in its delicate yet powerful flight, offers a guiding presence during these times of transition. It whispers to your soul, reminding you that every change, every new phase, is part of the divine plan. And just as the dragonfly is free to dance in the air, so too are you free to embrace the changes that come with the wisdom of the divine. The next time you see a dragonfly, pause and take a moment to reflect. This small, graceful creature is a spiritual messenger, a guide that invites you to accept the transformative power of change and to trust that each step you take brings you closer to your true purpose. Just as the dragonfly dances with the wind, so too are you being guided by the divine, moving through the air of your own spiritual journey with lightness and grace. And that's why, for the chosen ones, an encounter with a dragonfly is never common. It appears at the moments when you are about to change phases, when something deep inside you is beginning to dissolve so that something new can be born. You know those days when you feel like you're not the same person anymore, but you don't yet know who you're becoming? Those days of confusion, silence, or even loneliness? Well, that's precisely when the dragonfly comes. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. The dragonfly appears not by chance, but as part of the divine plan. Just as God works in mysterious ways to transform the chosen ones, the dragonfly comes at the right moment to signal the transformation you are undergoing, even if you don't fully understand it yet. The dragonfly carries a silent but profound message. It speaks not through loud proclamations, but through the quiet yet powerful presence of its delicate wings. It's telling you, you are evolving. This tiny creature goes through one of the most intense metamorphosis cycles in the animal kingdom. It begins life submerged in water, living in the darkness below the surface, hidden from view. And only after a long period of growth and reflection does it rise, emerging from the water, spreading its wings and soaring into the light. It is a profound symbol of the soul's journey. The path of the chosen one is exactly like this. Long periods of withdrawal, silence, and reflection, often accompanied by pain and uncertainty. But all of this is part of the preparation, because those who carry light need to be molded in the dark. It is through the quiet periods of darkness that the light within you is strengthened and refined, just as the dragonfly is formed in the hidden, dark waters before it takes flight. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40:29. Like the dragonfly, the chosen ones are often strengthened in the darkest times. It's in those moments of stillness and internal struggle that your soul is being prepared for the great purpose ahead. And the dragonfly understands this process like no other. Its transformation is both a physical and spiritual journey, one that mirrors your own. When it appears in your path, know that it is a sign that something great is changing within you, even if it feels uncertain and confusing. The dragonfly is a messenger that encourages you to trust the process. The confusion, the silence, the moments of doubt, they are all part of the journey that leads you to your highest potential. Even if you can't yet fully comprehend it with your mind, your soul already knows. You are in the process of freeing yourself from old patterns, letting go of versions of yourself that no longer serve you. Like the dragonfly shedding its old skin, you are shedding the parts of you that are holding you back. It is a release of the past and an embrace of the new, a rebirth. The dragonfly also brings with it an important reminder. Don't take life so heavily. Even with all that you've been through, it's possible to rise above it all, to soar light and free, just as the dragonfly flies effortlessly with its delicate wings. The dragonfly's transparent wings reflect light in many different ways, shimmering with iridescence, showing us that it is possible to shine brightly in many colors. Just like the dragonfly, you too can embrace each new day, trusting that you are evolving into something more beautiful, more radiant, and more aligned with your divine purpose. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40-31. The dragonfly, with its lightness and grace, serves as a reminder that even through the struggles and transitions, you will emerge renewed, ready to soar toward your purpose with renewed strength and clarity. Have you ever experienced a time of personal transformation where it felt like everything was shifting within you, but you couldn't yet see the full picture? How did the presence of a dragonfly or a similar symbol appear to you during those moments of change? As you continue your journey, remember the wisdom of the dragonfly. It comes to remind you that transformation is not only inevitable, but it is also necessary for your spiritual growth. The darkness is not to be feared. It is part of the divine plan that prepares you for the light. When you feel confused or unsure, when you feel like you are in a place of transition, look for the signs the dragonfly might appear, gently reminding you that you are evolving and that the best is yet to come. So, take heart, chosen one. Even in the moments when you cannot see the way forward, trust that the divine is guiding you through every phase of your journey. Just like the dragonfly, you are evolving, growing, and preparing to emerge as the beautiful, radiant being you are meant to be. Chosen ones often attract dragonflies at crucial moments. Sometimes one appears in your garden, other times it appears in an image, a dream, or even in the most unexpected places. But wherever it appears, it always comes with a purpose. It is a divine messenger telling you that you are getting closer to your true self and that now is the time to spread your wings. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40-31. Just as the dragonfly prepares to take flight, so too are the chosen ones preparing to soar to new spiritual heights. The dragonfly's presence signals that the time for transformation and freedom is near. When you understand the message the dragonfly brings, you'll realize that all of nature is moving in your favor. The winds, the trees, the stars, all are conspiring to guide you toward your higher purpose. This is the time to embrace your potential and step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. As the dragonfly dances lightly with the winds, so must you move with ease, trusting in the divine process of your transformation. But amid all these messengers of the divine, there is one animal whose presence may be the most unexpected, yet carries an even more powerful presence: the deer. The deer doesn't arrive making a fuss, doesn't arrive with loud footsteps or a forceful presence. It simply appears, and when it does, it changes the air around it. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3:17. The deer is a symbol of God's presence in your life, one that arrives quietly and with great care, representing divine protection and purity. When the deer crosses your path, whether in person, in a dream, or even in an image, it is not a coincidence. It is a sign that the heavens are near, that the divine is watching over you. The deer carries with it one of the highest energies of creation, divine purity. It embodies the gentleness of the strong, the firmness of the meek, and the nobility of those who walk with purpose without needing to prove anything to anyone. Its presence is a reminder that true power doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself in silence. The deer teaches us that divine strength often lies in quiet moments, not in loud proclamations but in stillness and grace. The letter Zero, or deer, is a reminder that true power is not loud. It's found in moments of silence, in the calmness that surrounds the spirit of those who walk humbly but with great purpose. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. The chosen ones live much of their journey in silence, silence to hear the inner voice, silence to protect themselves from the noise of the world, and silence to connect more deeply with the divine. In silence, we learn that what is sacred cannot always be explained in words. It must be felt. The deer, in its quiet presence, recognizes something in the chosen ones that is often invisible to others: the strength that comes from having endured battles alone, the courage that persists even when no one else is watching, and the quiet resilience that holds you up in times of trial. When the deer gazes at you, even if in a dream, it seems to see everything. It sees the struggles you fought through in silence, the falls that no one saw, and that quiet strength that kept you standing. The deer recognizes you as a guardian of the light, someone who, even when wounded, still chooses to be kind, someone who, even when tired, still chooses to be a light. This connection between you and the deer is not accidental. The deer represents a direct link to the divine, a reminder that you are connected to the higher realms, to the angels, guides, and protectors who have walked with the chosen ones since the beginning. The presence of the deer signifies that the heavens are watching over you, guiding your steps, and that you are never truly alone on your path. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. When the deer appears, it's as if the universe is sending a direct message. You are not alone. You are supported by the divine, surrounded by a host of spiritual beings who are guiding you toward your true purpose. Have you ever encountered a deer in a moment of stillness or vulnerability? How did its quiet presence affect you, and what did it stir within your soul about your spiritual journey? The next time a deer crosses your path, whether in person, in a vision, or even through an image, take a moment to reflect on its message. The deer brings a profound reminder that in moments of uncertainty, the divine is near, and your connection to the higher realms is stronger than you realize. It reminds you that true power is found in humility, that gentleness can carry great strength, and that silence is often the loudest expression of divine presence. As you continue on your journey, trust in the quiet moments, the ones where the divine speaks softly, but with great power. Allow the deer to be a reminder that your light is seen, your struggles are known, and your divine purpose is unfolding, step by quiet step. In our journey through life, there are moments when we feel the presence of something greater, something divine that transcends what we see and hear with our physical senses. The animals we encounter on this path are not random creatures. Each one, each gesture, and each appearance carries a profound message, like messengers sent from the universe, from God, reminding us of the invisible connection between our soul and the cosmos. From the cat, with its sharp gaze and ability to protect what is unseen, to the majestic horse, embodying strength and divine freedom, each carries its own unique mission. And when the dragonfly appears, it is not just a tiny insect, it is a symbol of spiritual transformation, renewal, and the shedding of old patterns to embrace the new. These creatures show us that no matter how difficult, painful, or confusing our journeys may be, there is always protection, guidance, and love from the realms beyond. The path of the chosen ones is not always easy. At times, we feel lost, as if we no longer recognize ourselves. But it is in those dark moments, when we feel the most lost, that we are met with the invisible help of these divine messengers. The animals with sacred missions remind us that even when we are going through times of silence and struggle, something great is changing within us. We are evolving, shedding old versions of ourselves, and stepping into the full expression of our divine purpose. We must remember that every change in life has a purpose, and it is all part of a greater plan that we may not be able to see just yet. These animals are not just creatures we encounter along the way. They are signs, guides, and protectors sent from the universe to help us rediscover ourselves and remind us that we are always loved and cared for. If you feel these messages resonate with you, leave a like and share your story in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next video. where we'll continue our journey of exploring profound lessons about spirituality, healing, and the signs from the universe. We also want to thank everyone who has supported us through Super Thanks. Whether it's a small or large contribution, it means so much to us. Your support helps us continue to maintain and grow this channel, allowing us to spread positive messages and uplift the spirits of our community. Lastly, I want to send you my heartfelt blessings. May you always feel the presence of light in your life, recognize the divine signs on every step of your journey, and keep your faith strong as you walk this beautiful path. Remember, you are never alone. You are always loved and protected by unseen forces, and these divine beings are always ready to walk with you on your sacred journey. Wishing you health, peace, and always finding joy in every step you take. See you in the next video.